Hey everybody, and welcome back to Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz, Jack-o'-lantern, Lake Jackson. I'm screaming over the AC because it's too fucking hot to be baking in the Texas in the summer. I'm sorry, it's just how that works. This is going to be amazing. I hope. I'm going to try this. I always got the little frozen ones. I want to make an actual, meat pie, like a pot pie, but it's not a pot. It's big. We're going to do a full-on just meat pie. This is going to be great. Before we get into it, be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the little YouTube-y stuff. Ring the bell down on that corner to get notifications when we do these as close to Tuesdays or Fridays as possible. So there's a link with our merch down thing. Very much appreciate it. We're a small business, and let's just get into the food. I'm hungry. I waited too late. That's on me. Alright, it's super simple here. You're gonna big expenditures meat. I'm using chicken, which is it's like a pound for like $4 or $5. One small onion of any color you want. I'm using frozen vegetables. This is peas, corn, and green beans. Use whatever vegetables you feel safe or want to use. Whatever you can put in your pie. You're gonna want 2 pie crusts. Now I got these. They gotta fit in this 9-inch pie thing. That's what these are made for, and they come with 2 of them. So, oh look. Ooh, put that in the camera, dummy. There it goes. It's 2 count in there, so you do one on the top, one on the bottom. You got your seasoning stuff is just completely up to you what you want to. Wait, I skipped an important thing here. The gravy part of this. I use just this easy mix brown gravy stuff. Yes, I know there's other ways to do it and do it from scratch and blah blah blah, but that's just not how we're doing it, and we're doing it on a budget and doing it quick. Salt and pepper to season. I'm using very little salt comparatively because I'm using some of this jalapeno paste. Again, completely an optional, but it is salty AF. All right. Garlic powder and Italian seasoning. Kind of one of my go-tos with a lot of this stuff. So. Yeah, that's a thing. And some butter. You're going to want about 3 tablespoons of this. It depends on how big or how messy your pie plate is. You're just going to coat one of them with it and put it on top. So, first things first, peel and clean your onion here. We're going to cut that little head off there. And then the butt, just that little root. Cut that down. Now we're going to start slicing this up. Now, technically it's dicing, but I'm only going to cut it twice instead of 3 times. Hold it by that big side and cut from the skinny part in. Alright, and you can leave it there and make loops out of it, but I'm going to go ahead and dice it down. So just stack that back up and cut it lengthways this way. Now you can go back the other way and properly dice it, but onion's already coming apart anyway because it's made in leaves and rings, and then you're already put 2 cuts in it. So I always think that's good enough. So go ahead and do the whole onion in this. Like I said, I got a small one. If you use a big one, it's going to take up way too much room, and you're just going to get a mouthful of onion and everything. So we're going to kind of dice this down to where it's small, and then put it in a plate over here to the side by itself. Now get you some chicken over here. The same thing. We're just going to do it lengthways, and then crossways here. Try to get it down into small cubes. Once you get that noise, just cut. You're going to do the whole set of the entire pound of chicken, all right? Once you get that done, get you a skillet, get you 2 tablespoons of the butter, and we're going to put it on medium to medium-high and let that start to melt down. Now, if it's not melting fast enough, I usually find this is an issue. Just go ahead and slice it down and make it smaller. And, that'll help it melt, help it coat, and it speeds along the cooking process. So while you're doing that, you want to get you a pot or a decent sized pot or a saucepan and put 2 cups of water. I always had one in there and just added another one. Let that start to come into a boil, all right? Once this is nice and melted, throw in all of your onion. Get you a spatula of some kind of break down the onion and just stir it, not continuously, but, pretty, not continuously, I guess is the term that I don't want to use, but stir it while you're, while you're in there. Run some water over your vegetables, set them to the side. Don't have to be hot water, just to break the ice off of it and get most of that extra water off of them. Once your onion starts to wilt a little bit, turn a little mushy, go ahead and add your chicken. You're going to put it in here until it starts to brown, so you want to stir it a little bit. Make sure to push down to get the meat on the metal, just so that'll start cooking where it's not just cooking through the onions, and keep stirring that whenever you get a chance. Again, not continuously. I hate when they put that on the thing. Just every 30 seconds or so, just reach over, give it a nice thing. Now you want to put, now that your water's boiling, a tablespoon of your gravy mix per cup. We put 2 cups, so this is going to be 6 of these freaking things in here. And then we're going to use a whisk to beat the living bejeebles out of it. If you don't have a non-stick pan, you can use a fork or something like that, but I hate scratching that surface off of there, so I'm just using this nice coated wire whisk, beat that around, and let that come to a boil. Now keep an eye on your chicken and your onions. Remember, just keep those stirring until they start getting a nice brown to them. Now once this is boiling again, kill the heat to it. Right, give it a nice whisk, make sure it's all done in there, and put it to the side. Alright, your chicken, once it starts browning, we're going to go ahead and kill the engine because it's going to sit in the oven for about an hour or whatever. So get you your your pie plate out and preheat your oven to 350. You can do a little higher, it goes a little faster, but when I find when I do that, it bubbles out a lot quicker, and I'm not a fan of that. So use that last tablespoon of the butter that we got, and just use your hand and move it around. Now, if you got like a cooking oil or something like that, that'll work. I just feel it doesn't have the same flavors and stuff as the as actual butter. And just push this around here, and don't worry about if you don't use all of it. Just you can leave it in the clump in the bottom, and it'll cook off. So this is why we want these to thaw. You want to let these sit out, and then roll them out. This is your pie crust. And go ahead and put this directly on the bottom down here, and then kind of make it fit. Make sure there's a little bit that's hanging over the edges everywhere, so it can stick to the top crust, right? But make sure to get it as tight as possible in there, because it's going to be a lot of stuff that goes into this. It fits. I'm keep fidgeting with it just because it feels cool. Now, easiest way to do this is just mix your chicken and onions that you've been cooking right into that gravy mix. We're just going to mix everything in the gravy stuff and then add it to the pie. I've tried to do it before, but it tears up the bottom crust. So that's an issue. So get in here. Once you get all that done, just go ahead and add those frozen vegetables. Like I said, you ran some water over them, just kind of knock it down, but it's fine. So get that. Now start stirring a little bit, and then you want to add all your seasonings here. So, like I said, it looks great already. It smells great. Like you can almost just eat this, but you don't get that crust like that pie stuff. So garlic powder, use about half a teaspoon of it, but that's just up to your ancestors. Same with the Italian seasoning. Like I said, about half to 1 teaspoon of that just in there. 1 teaspoon of this jalapeno stuff if you're into that. If not, that's option. It doesn't, that much doesn't make it spicy. It's actually, this black pepper is a little spicier than that. I added quite a bit of that just because I'm a big fan of it. That's just me. Again, all the seasoning is up to you. I'm just showing you what to use. The amount is up to you. This is just merely suggestions. I use my hand a lot in the salt just because I want to be able to see it be delivered in here. Don't worry about doing it too much. Again, I'm using this, so I'm not using a lot of salt. Just a little pinch of that. Give this a good stir in. It's still super warm, so be very, very careful. Like I said, that was all boiling half a second ago, and now you're mixing all this stuff up. So once you get that nice and stirred, let that sit. Get your pot, or your pie crust, and your pot, and just pour it directly in there on top. Now make it fit. Like I said, the amounts I've given you, this should fit perfectly into your pie here. Don't have a lot of it running over. If not, just set it to the side and eat it yourself. That's your chef's prerogative. You get first dibs on any leftover food. So give this a nice brush over. Make sure it's all in there. Make sure it's going to fit. And then add your second pie crust, man. Again, make sure these things are thawed. Let them just sit out at room temperature so they'll be able to do this kind of stuff. Just put it directly over the top. Now, you can just take and mush around the edges and mush them together. Right? Or you can get you a fork, and that's how you try to make it look fancy. You should get a fork and you just mash the little bejeebles around the edges, and it mashes that dough together and hopefully seals it. Mine didn't seal that great because it kind of got heated and bubbled out the side. Best way to fight that is you put cuts in the top of your pie. That's what those are for. I always thought it was just an artist interpretation way to put your signature on your pie in the cartoons and stuff. But no, that's to let all the heat out the top without blowing out the side of the crust. So once you do that, I'm going to put a little bit of salt and 3 pats of butter on top. Now don't worry, it'll melt and it'll hold it all in there. Basically, if you don't, you just end up with just a flavorless crust with just the bread. I'm going to add some pepper as well. A, it makes it look good. B, it adds that flavor and that savor to the outside of the pie, and then just a little bit of Italian seasoning too. Again, makes it look good. Now, fork all the way around, and then cut off the extra. Give it to the dog. Put it in there for 20 to 40 minutes. Now, I do 20-minute intervals. That's how I'm doing it. This is checking it at 20. This is what it's looked like. You can tell the light's not working perfect here, but it's still soft on the outside and not brown at all. So this is with the light bleaching it out. You can't really see how much of that golden color gets in there. So you want it where it's nice and starting to stiff up on the outside and starting to get into a golden brown, which is just perfect. Kill your oven. Let this sit for about 10 minutes or you're going to burn your face and the gravy's going to go everywhere. But that's it. This is how this works. This is a giant fucking pot pie, man. I ate the entire thing over the course of the one day that I cooked it. So it's good enough for at least 4 people to have decent sized slices like this. You can use it and reheat it later, which is great. So this is good for meal prep if you're into chicken pot pie for your meal prep. So yeah, you got to try this one out. Like I said, I'd like to try it with some of the other meats. Like I know turkey's a really popular one, and beef, and maybe a different gravy type, whatever. Let me know if you try this, or if you should totally do it differently, or I should totally do it differently, and you let me know. And there you are, folks. World's biggest chicken pot pie. I'm just going to cool off. Hopefully before this I showed you the pictures after I cool off and kind of what it looks like. This smells great. It's gonna taste amazing. I don't want to burn my face. I just got my mouth hole fixed. So yeah, if you do it differently, want to see us do it differently, let me know, man. Put it down in the comments. That's what they're there for. You can also find us on social media across the board. You can find us at Facebook, Pinterest, Patreon. We're all those at Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. We're at Instagram at Live In Between. They had to shorten it down over there. For me, Osway Nerdy, I'm on all of those, including TikTok, where I'm doing some little fun stuff, and Twitter for now, mostly just talking action figure and nerd stuff over there. So yeah, I will see y'all next time. I'm gonna go sit and wait, man. Test my patience. See how much I burn my face. I'll see y'all later. Y'all be safe, all right?